Okay, fine. So this is assume that this is what the local code base where we have check out the code. And now the plan for today is one, how to add a new file, or a folder, right? So let us see this first. So I'm going back to the code base. So here I right click and I am creating some new text file or Word document, basically some text document. Okay, this is for test. So I have created a new file. It's not a folder, it's a new file. I have created a new file. If you look at this is empty file, of course, nothing is there, just simple test file, right? Now we can have a look here. So see the question mark, right? Are you able to see the symbol? Okay, so this is a question mark. This is a question mark, means version control system doesn't know anything about this. But in your code base you have one file which I don't know. So question mark. So what is your plan with this? My plan is I wanted to check in this file. And as of now, this file is nowhere related to SVN repository. So what should we do first? First we have to add this file. How to add? Right click on the file, go to tortoise SVN. Here you can see an option called add. So just add it. Now you can see the symbol. What is the symbol now? Plus. It's not question mark, it's plus. Plus says that it is a new file. It is a newly added file. But this file is not sent to repository. The file is newly added, and now SVN server is recognizing, your SVN software is recognizing this file as a new file. Earlier it was showing question mark. So it doesn't know anything about that file. Now it knows that it's a new file. Now what to do? I have to send this file to repository. It's not just enough to add a file, right? Just adding a file is just to inform that SVN I have created a new file. Now whatever I have created, I have to send it to the repository. Then only the other people can access your newly added file. Getting my point? Right. Now how to commit? Same as usual. Right click, tortoise SVN. Directly you can see SVN commit. So click on this SVN commit. So one window will be opening. So this is what the place where we can put some messages. These messages are references for other developers. Whenever I wanted to, so other developer wanted to track like what you have done, what are your changes, so that this message helps to understand your changes by the other developer. Okay? So here add the comment saying that, so added a new file, for testing. Some meaningful message. Now here you can see the file. In the same window you can find whether this file is modified or newly added file, or this file is been deleted. What is the action taken care? You can see here. You can see the status here. What is this? Added. So this file is added newly, right? Yes, I know that. Now I know that this file I have created newly, and if you wanted to check the data inside that file, or what data you have added, what are the data you have added. You can do always compare with base, compare with base, compare with base. See, this is a working base revision 1 and this is what working copy. No changes, actually there is no changes. It's a new file, it's a new file, that's all. Now I am fine with this. You commit it, save OK. Now this file been sending to the repository. Now if any other developer is trying to access, they can get this newly added file. You can see here adding. So where it is been adding, test.txt repeat October 13 sending content. This file is sending to repository. The revision is 21, meaning 21 is not the revision of this particular test file. 21 is the revision of the complete modifications, number of modifications to the repository, complete code base. Okay, always this revision shows every time you do some modification and send to the repository, it keeps increasing, right? It keeps increasing. So that means that it's the version maintains for complete project, right? So this is 21st revision. Say OK, done. So now you can come back and see the symbol. Now it is a green symbol, meaning so now it is in sync with the repository. You don't have any local changes. I have created a new file, I have added, then committed, right? So for adding a new file, what are the options we have to know? The first thing is add the file to repository, then we have to commit the file. These are the two actions we have to do for new file or a folder. Even it is same for folder also. Alright, now we have seen how to add a new file. Now how to delete a file. So for deleting the file is also, it is similar to that. So it is also takes two steps. One is you have to delete the file from your local system, then after you have to commit that. You have to say permanently I am deleting from the repository. Again there are two things, deletions. There are two things. So let me explain you. So here the same test file I wanted to delete it. So right click, I say delete. I can delete it, right? Where is the delete? So delete. I am deleting this file. Say yes. I have deleted this, right? Now if I take update, so we have discussed already update in a sense. Now this local copy will try to sync with the repository. Is there any differences? It gets, right? It pulls basically. If it founds, your tortoise SVN client founds some new changes to the repository, it picks up, it pulls all the newly added modifications, new changes basically. It's not checkout. SVN update just gets all the new changes done by some other developers, right? So now what I am doing is I am doing SVN update. So I have deleted that one file, and again I am doing SVN update. If you do SVN update, now you can see here what is the action? Restore. Now again it has picked up that newly added file which is already there in the repository. Again it pulled that. So you have deleted the file locally. Just locally you have deleted. But the thing is you have to delete the file from repository. That is what action item we are doing now. How to delete a file from the repository. Okay, let me add that note also. How to delete a file from repo. How to delete a file from repo. Right. So now right click on the file, go to tortoise svn, go to tortoise svn and say delete. Tortoise svn and say delete. Right. Now file is not there here, so meaning that it is deleted from the repository. Not yet. Again, how we have added a new file? First you have related. We have informed that I have added a new file to the SVN. Then after I have committed that file. Then only it saved permanently to the repository. Here also the similar way, the deletion will inform to the repository, but I am trying to delete this particular file, and permanently when it will be deleted, whenever you have committed that change. That is also one change and modification. You have to commit that. So again right click and say svn commit and say svn commit and say svn commit. So here you can see test.txt, and what is the action item? Status deleted. The file is deleted. So it is also modification. That is why it is showing here. Right. Now deleted the newly added file. For testing. Right. So just say okay. Just say okay. Right. Now it is saying deleting. Revision 22. Revision changed or not? Right. So done. Now again come back and do svn update. svn update. svn update. Now we don't see that file. There is no point of restoring now because it's been deleted from repository itself. So how it can come back, right? So here you can see there is no restore. So this is what deletion with repository, file deletion of a file from repository. So here the important thing is, if you are deleting some file from repository, you have to be very careful, and it should be like your actual requirement is to be deleted, that file to be deleted. So check with your boss once, twice, thrice, better. Once you got confirmation, yeah, it has to be deleted, then only delete it. Don't do blindly. If you delete a file locally, you can get it back. But if you delete file from repository, so whatever the changes done for that particular revision, you will be losing. Of course, still there is an option to get the previous version of that file, because it is maintaining the revisions, right? Always there is a possibility to go back and get whatever version you want. So current version is 22. If you want to get the 20th revision or 18th revision or 15th revision, you can get it back. So then whatever the files, whatever the changes are there till 15th revision, you will be getting back. After that, you don't see the changes, right? Always we have that option, but we'll be losing the current version changes, right? So you have to be very careful while deleting. You cannot get it back the current modifications. Clear? Deletion, very careful while deleting a file. Should be very careful, right? So for deletion also, what you have to do? delete, do tortoise svn delete, not local delete. Local delete. Okay, so do tortoise svn delete, but not a local delete. Then after you have to commit that. Then after you have to commit the file. I mean commit the changes. You can say commit the changes. Here in this case the change is a deletion, right? So svn update also we have seen, right? Right click and do svn update, so that you will be getting the other developer modifications. Okay, I'll show you that also practically. Let us have, so this is what one assume that now here I don't have two missions, right? I mean two developers. So what I'm trying to do now is I'll check out the code into two separate folders. Assume that developer 1, developer 2. Now from one folder I do some modifications and I'll do update in the other folder, so that I should get whatever modifications I have done in the first folder, I should see in the other folder, and vice versa. So meaning that both are two developers are working, right? So just I am trying to reproduce that environment in the same machine. So what I'll do is I'll check out the code into separate folder. Let me have one more folder, the same kind of thing, Java project training, and October 13th batch. Okay. Let's go dev 2. I'll say dev 2. Okay. So here, how to check out the code? Right click. You can see an option called svn checkout. So yeah, you have to make sure that the URL whatever you are giving is proper. Then say head revision, let it be always head revision in the sense latest revision. What is the latest revision now? 22. Whatever the code it has with 22 version, it picks up everything. Say OK. It prompts for username, password in general. After you said OK, but I have already saved the authentication, so it will not prompt. Now it should get all the code from the repository. Yeah, done. Checkout is done. You can see here. You can see here all the files are added. Version is 22. Whatever the latest version you have, all the files will be got all the files, right? Now developer 2, I have one thing, and the other folder I assume as developer 1. Now, so I have new text document. Hello. Okay, I'll just hi. I'll say welcome to Skanda Global. Alright. I'm just added one statement here. I have added one statement. Hi, welcome to Skanda Global IT Solutions. Right now you can see this one symbol. What is the symbol now? Red mark, meaning you have some local modifications. Now right click and say svn commit. Same thing I am doing. If you want to verify, you can verify what are the changes you have made. You can right click and you can do compare with base, otherwise you can do double click. By default it is selected compare with the base option, so it will be the same. So previous revision 22 revision is having what? Space hello. Now what is my modification? I have removed that hello space. Now I have written hi, welcome to Skanda Global IT Solutions, right? Now yeah, I'm perfect. So this is what the changes I made. I'm sure on that, on this. Now I can do commit. So if you have, there is one option, recent messages. If you find some comment what you are trying to do is already done, then you pick up from this list, right? So added a new file for testing, added some dummy line, added some dummy line for testing. Okay, it's already there, so I'm just picking it up instead of rewriting the comment. There is an option, right? So let me say okay. Done. You can see it is sending content to repository, right? Revision 23. Done. Now go back to your other developer. Go back to the developer. So my other developer is JPT October 13. So here if you see now what it is having, space hello. Now let this developer take update, right click and do svn update. Something is updated, right? What is that? New text document text is updated and revision is 23. So okay, now open this and verify. Now it is changed or not? Welcome to, got it? So this is how all the developers will be in sync with respect to repository, right? So changes has to go to repository, and from the repository update should go to all the developers. This is just example with one line. The same way it can be one function, one class, right? It can be anything, right? And okay, now the next thing is, what is the version he has? Now this developer has 22, right? And what is the version that other developer is having? So come back here and again do update, svn update, svn update I'm doing. So the important option now what I'm discussing is merge conflicts. Very important, of course, with respect to interviews also it is very important. So 23 version, I think 23 only, right? 23 this is showing what it was showing. It's updated code, basically it's updated. There is no files are getting updated. So 23 and 23, now both the developers are at same level, both are having the same files. Now what is happening is the two developers are trying to do modifications on the same file, Now assume that this is okay. Let me operate on the same file. Hi, welcome to, okay, let me open this notepad++. Hi, welcome to Skanda Global IT Solutions. So here this developer is adding, so this line is for merging, okay. One line he has added, one line this developer is added one line. Yes, okay. What happened? Let me save here. Yeah, very nice. This developer is added one line. Now go back and say assume that the other developer is already made the changes. Assume that he went for coffee tea, okay, so he did not commit the changes. Meantime this other developer has done some changes So this guy doesn't have that new file now as a new line, right? So this fellow is adding hello, I am also adding new line for merging, right? Now what he is doing is, now what this developer is doing is, where is the folder? Okay, so this is modified, right? So developer 2, he has modified the file and he is committing. Who is committing first? Developer 2 is committing first. So he is committing svn commit changes we can compare here. Hello, hi, welcome to Skanda Global IT Solutions is modified to what? So added one more line. Hello, I am also adding new line for merging, right? So yeah, that is fine. Now say commit here merging test some message. Okay, he is committing. So version will change or not? 24. Now the version becomes 24. Now go back to, now it is sent, right? Green mark, it is committed. Now go back to your other folder, this folder. Now he has to commit, right? Now before he commit, the first thing is, whoever the developer, okay, it is the best practice, to always do svn update first, then do commit. Otherwise there might be a chance of overwriting the other fellow changes. If you directly commit this file, it might overwrite in the repository, or it may lead to some other errors, or it may give you your code is not up to date. It gives, svn gives an error, your code is not up to date, because now this developer version is 23. Now the repository version is 24. It becomes 24. Getting? So that is why. So, anyhow, let us try. So sometimes it will give, most of the times it will give, sometimes it may not give the error. So and it causes to overwrite the file. So always better to take the svn update first. Okay. Let me try to commit and see whether it is giving error or not. Okay. So this other developer blindly committing, but to the same file, modification taken place by some other developer. So error, commit failed. So this document is out of date. So your file is not up to date. First you get the latest changes by the other developer, then you do commit, right? Okay, fine. So now it is suggesting, wanted to update now, or you wanted to cancel it. So you can choose update option, otherwise cancel it and go back do svn update. Anything is, both are same, anything is fine. So update, we are doing update, So now you can see one or more files are in conflicted state. So warning, that is a warning message, meaning what? It is not updated. So go back to here and cancel it. Now you can see, whenever it get merge conflicts, so it is created 3 extra documents, 3 extra files. One file is my actual original file, and one file is with the previous revision, one file with the current revision, meaning actual version is what? So this is what the file which is loaded. Okay. Twenty-three is with developer 1. 24 version is with what? Repository. So now one file is now current file which is working, which is developer 1 is working, right? So that is mine, that file is mine, and the before version and the repository version, understand? So this is the version and which the developer 1 is working on, and the file mine file is the actual backup copy, it is just keeping a backup of the current working file, and 24 is the repository version. So these 3 copies will be created, here extra along with your this file, okay? These are the 3 extra files created, but don't touch those files, remember, very very important, don't touch these files. Now you go to this document, and you resolve the conflicts manually, So what is the conflict here we got is, so mine, this is mine in the sense, this is my changes, I mean developer 1 changes. What he has done, this line is for merging, he has added this line is for merging. This is what developer 1 added but not committed. Now what is there in the repository? Hello, I am also adding a new line for merging. So somehow this is matched, merging and merging both are same, right? So somehow it is giving conflicted. At the same line you are trying to do the same kind of changes, then it gives you merge conflicts. Now you how to resolve the merge conflict? You just verify. You have to manually verify and resolve the merge conflicts. Don't let tortoise SVN to resolve the merge conflicts. You resolve the merge conflicts always. You open that, and this is the repository code, right? And if you look at this line is different and this line is different. Do you need both the lines or not? I need both the lines. It's not exactly same. There is some part of the sentence is same. It's not exactly same, right? So definitely my line is different and whatever the code in the repository is different. So I have to keep both the lines. There are some cases, not some cases, most of the cases, where you get merge conflict is if the lines are exactly same. This line is for merging, the other line is also for merging. I mean same, exactly same. In general you will be getting the merge conflicts in those scenarios, but in this scenario it's part of the sentence is matched, so it is saying that duplicate, I mean conflicts. So what you have to do is we have to remove this extra line. I wanted to keep this line as well as this line, okay, this line and this one. Save it and go back and right click on this tortoise SVN, say resolve, then these extra documents will automatically deleted. It's resolved, and you can see, okay. So now the extra documents will automatically resolve. Now you commit this file. Now this file will be having both the changes, your changes as well as the other developer changes. Give some comment and say okay. So yeah, internet got disconnected, so that is why it is error. Okay.